Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you, and today I am excited to announce the release of my new Ultimate Trend Trading System. Okay, this will replace my Easy Harmonic system that I used previously for the past 2 years, and the reason being is because with the harmonics, there's a lot of signals that you get, a lot of trades that you'll get that are actually going against the trend, and they're weak signals. Sometimes they're very strong and they'll go into profit very quickly. Other times you'll have a lot of drawdown. All right. So to alleviate this and only trade with the trend, I came out with the version 2 of my Easy Harmonic, which added my Renko super dots, which are based on Renko charts. Okay, and even though that gave you some added confirmation, and you could see if you have a strong signal or a weak signal with the double dots or the single dots, it's still there were times where you were trading against the trend. All right, and there's still a lot of confusion, and people messaging me all day long saying, "Sir, can you please look at this trade and tell me if you would get into this trade, if you think this is a good trade to place or not." All right, so to alleviate all these questions and uncertainty about when to enter a trade, I decided to scrap the whole idea of using harmonics and go do something totally different. So I've tested all kinds of different strategies and ideas and indicators, whatever, and the best thing I have come up with is Renko charts and Heikin-Ashi candles. All right, because these typically show you reversals and trends, all right, in the market. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking at an overall big picture of which way the market is going, if it's headed uphill or downhill or whatever. Typically, we can just look at candles, just look at naked charts and tell, all right? But we don't know exactly when there's going to be a reversal. That's the problem that most people face. And we need a simple way of just finding that reversal, all right? So with Renko charts, you really get a good sense of feeling when there's a change in momentum, all right? And with the Heikin-Ashi, does show you the strength of the candles when there's a change in the trend, all right? Which way they're going, up or down. So I really like the Heikin-Ashi candles combined with the Renko to give you, a sense of when you want to enter a trade based on the change in a trend. All right. So to begin with, I have what's called my Ultimate Signal Indicator, which I use for my Ultimate EA. All right. And I also have my Ultimate Histogram here on the bottom. All right. Followed by Heikin-Ashi candles, red or blue Heikin-Ashi candles. Okay. So how this works is you have your Ultimate Signal Indicator, which gives the green or red arrows, right? And he's also give you desktop, push, and email notifications. All right, this is where you can trade on your mobile device. All right, and if you got to look at the histogram on the bottom. If you have a blue or red color on the bottom here, then you only need to be placing trades that are going with this color, with this trend. So if you have a blue area, for example, down here, you only need to place trades that have a green arrow up here on the top. All right, and in addition, you need to look at the Heikin-Ashi candles and see if there's a change in color from red to blue. All right. So, for example, with this one here, you have a green arrow and a change from red to blue. All right. Perfect time to enter. But you have a red candle. So you need to wait until you have a blue candle. So you would enter on this candle. Now, when you close the trade, you can do a couple of things. You could enter a take profit of 100 points or whatever. That's fine. Or you could, what I like to do is wait until you get the opposite color arrow and then close the trade. All right. So for example, here you would enter on this trade and close up here. And you would have, let me see how many pips. Okay. You would enter maybe somewhere around here, right? On this candle. And close up here on this candle. And you have about 1,000 pips. All right. It says right there about 1,000 pips. Also, what you can do is, if you have 2 green arrows like you see here, before you finally get a red arrow, you could place an additional trade. All right, so you could place 1, 2 trades and then close both of them in profit. All right, now no matter what you do, what system you use, you always need to use good money management, meaning a healthy lot size in relation to your account balance. Don't be going crazy with your lot size, because there will always be times when you have drawdown. All right, this system is not 100% perfect, but it is very close, you know, because you're always going to be trading with the trend, whatever the larger trend is. So with this example, let's look at the next one. Okay, we have next one here. We have a green arrow here, all right, and a blue candle. If a blue histogram on the bottom, so this is perfect time to enter. And then we get another green arrow, okay, and we could place a trade on this candle here. But if you see here, if you were at this present point in time, you place a trade, you would be happy because you hit this blue, 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 but then all of a sudden it's red, and it stays red. And then in the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh my God, this is terrible. You know, I'm in drawdown, I'm losing money. But then you get another green arrow, which gives you a little reassurance that, oh, okay, it's going back up again. So I go ahead and place another trade. And then you get another red arrow. You say, oh my God, a red candle here. Oh my God, what did I do? I screwed up. But the overall trend is still blue. And then all of a sudden this turns blue, blue, and then shoots up. And it keeps going up until finally you get a red arrow. And then you can close both these trades in profit. All right. And then we get the histogram here on the bottom. This is your Renko Ultimate Histogram on the bottom. All right. And this will change from blue to red. Now you can place a sell trade, and you can either close it here or just hold it and wait. All right. Now I have one trade that I already placed right here on this last candle. All right. And it's already in profit. All right. About a few hundred points, not much. But I'm going to leave this open until I get a green arrow. All right. I don't know exactly how much profit I'm going to get at this point, but, you know, I don't care. I'll take what I get. But I'm just trying to point out that you could easily have 2 trades. Now, if you place a trade here and leave it open, you'll be frustrated because now it'll be right back to where you started. All right. But the good thing is, eventually it's going to drop. How far, I don't know. But I'm guessing it's going to drop somewhere down here in this area where it was before, down here, before it finally closes. And then you would have a lot of pips in the meantime. All right. So let's look back at some other examples. Look back in the history here. All right. We see this red area here. We have a red arrow, right, followed by a red candle, a blue candle, then a red candle. So you can place a trade here, close here, open another trade here on this candle, and then close here. So you'd have 2 trades in profit. Or you could, you know, you can close them both here, or close them, you know, when you get the opposite arrow. Your choice. But either way, you would have 2 trades in this period, which, by the way, if you look at the date down here, 26th of November to 27th of November, that's 1 day. So in one day, you could have almost 500 pips for this one. And then for this one, I'll put it right about here to there, about another almost 400 pips. All right. So that's 900 pips total you could have in 1 day. And this is just one chart. All right. So let's look here. Okay. Let's look at this right here. Now here's a blue area. All right. And again, 21st of November to the 26th. That's a 5-day span. But you could have several trades open and close during that time period. So if you open here on this candle and closed here, you'd have 600 pips roughly. All right. And that's in 1 day on 21st of November. All right. We do again. Let's look at this. From this candle here, well, if you go for this blue candle and you close it on this red arrow, you'd have about 250 pips. And the same thing here. If you go here and close the trade, that's 400. So that's total 650 pips if you open up 2 trades. and had them both closed here. So in 1 week, you'd have over 1,000 pips easily on just one currency pair. All right. Then we go here. We see this one is a red arrow followed by a green arrow and a change in trend. Perfect. All right. That's a lot of pips right there. And that's in about a 4-day, period of time. But in 4 days, you would get, over 1,100 pips right there. Very easy. If we go back, look at this one. All right. You have a green arrow, red arrow, green arrow, red arrow, green arrow, red arrow, all going in uptrends. All right. You could trade on these red candles, on these red arrows rather, but the chances are that you might close, in a loss. So instead of taking that risk, trade with the trend. All right. If you look at this right here, you could enter here and close here. You'd have over 500 pips. And then here, this one, you open and close 800 pips. All right. That's already 1,300 pips total. And then from here to here is another 700. So you're talking about 2,000 pips. And from the 13th of November to the 16th of November, 3 days. All right, that's a massive amount of pips in 3 days. And then here, now, this is not necessarily good, but you see a long uptrend, but it's red down here, and you say, what the heck? It should be a downtrend, right? Well, if you place a trade here with this red arrow and close it here, and then wait until you get another red arrow and then close on this one and then open another trade. Open. All right, those will all be in profit. Okay. Now, if you were to open a trade here and leave it open until the histogram changes, you would still be in profit because it's much lower than where you started. The only problem is you would have the trade open for almost 2 weeks. And you'd have a lot of swap fees in the meantime, which would dig into your profit. So overall, I think it's probably best if you open on one arrow and close on the opposite arrow. All right. That way, you can avoid any swap fees. All right, overnight fees. All right, you open and close the same day or the next day. Even this right here was over a weekend from the 2nd to the 5th of November. But that's okay. Open on a Friday, close on a Monday. That's no problem. You're not really enduring any swap fees. And then look at this one. Wow. I need to zoom out. It's so big. This blue area here. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, open, close. So it's all in profit. You go back here. There's a red area. So you should only be placing trades on the red arrows here, okay? So you open, close, open, close, open, close, and then nothing, all right? And then open, open, close, like that because you're in the blue area now. So you'd have 1, 2, 3 trades in profit in a period of just 2 days, or 3 days, rather. So I can go back, a long ways. Even now, here's a good example of going against the trend. Now you have blue area down here. Now you open a trade here and close with profit, open here and close with a small profit, and then open here and close down here with a big loss. All right. Then you would be followed by 1, 2, 3 trades open and close with a profit. That would pretty much make up for this big loss. And then you have another trade here, open and close with a big profit. Another one, open and close profit, open and close with a profit. So you would have about 6 trades that would close in profit that would counteract this one loss. All right. Now you could, if you wanted to, use a stop loss, or if you see this right here going up, and then it goes down to below your break-even point, I would close it. I'll leave that up to you exactly. If you follow this strategy, You will have occasional losses, but you see here, this is open close, that's a win. This one here, open close, that's a win. These are small wins, but still wins. And this one here, open close, because you're in a red area, and that's only one trade. You could leave it open till these changes color here. You have a lot of pips. And then the same thing here. There's a blue area with a nice uptrend. And then there's a red area with a nice little downtrend. And then there's a blue area. So if we go back in history, the overall trend with these candles does follow this histogram on the bottom. All right. Here you see uptrend. Here you see downtrend. All right. Here you see uptrend. Here you see downtrend. So there's very, very rare times where the candles are actually going to go against the trend on the bottom. All right. Downtrend, uptrend, uptrend. You know, I really don't see too many instances where these candles are going to go against the trend, overall trend. All right. And where you're going to lose any money. So, you know, in a 6-month span, you might have one losing trade, all right, where you lose 1,000 pips. That's not bad, considering the amount of pips you gain in the process, all right. If you look at all these here, these are all winners, all right. These are all going down, closing here. Now, this is, in a nutshell, this is how my system works. Very, very easy to use, all right. In a subsequent video, I'm going to make another video showing you step-by-step how to install this, but I want to get this video out to you first. That way you know exactly how this works and how to use it. The installation part is very simple. It's a self-installation file, and I'm going to show you that in another video how to install it, okay? So please let me know if you have any questions. If you'd like to get started, contact me on Facebook, and I'll explain to you how you can get started with the system, okay? Thank you and have a wonderful day.